Hey, Holmes! Welcome back to the Double Long Pod. As always, the guillotine, Rebel, and the Tower of Funky Power. Coming back in.
Like your fucking hat?
You like that, Holmes?
Yeah. Got some like, grease on there. Were you working on your truck or
Probably. I probably use this as a rag for sure.
Yeah.
I was changing my oil once or twice or 4 times.
Or maybe had a rough morning in the woods, drank too much coffee. Could have been that.
Could have been that. Nah, I'd rather use a sock.
Yeah.
Nah.
No?
Can't see it.
What's that, the hat?
Yeah.
Oh, the dirt on there? You can't see it on the camera.
I got a strange angle.
It's filthy. Guarantee you that.
Yeah.
It's never been washed, I tell you that right now.
I can smell it.
This is plus 10 years old.
Smells like
Guaranteed.
Parmesan cheese.
Oh,
Ooh.
man.
Smells good then, huh?
Yeah.
Smells like salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's my flavor. Runske, how you been, brother?
Been great. How you boys been?
Oh, it's been an exciting week for me. I know that.
Me too.
Yeah, I got out this morning, and I got out last Sunday. So, only twice this week, but
What about
both.
Oh, yeah, you didn't go Thanksgiving morning?
No.
No.
Hold on.
So you got out this week?
Yeah, this morning it was cold and, well, it actually wasn't cold. It was warm. It was just wet.
Wet. It was raining.
Yeah, it was moister than an oyster out there.
Mm.
It was wetter than an otter's pocket. Had another one. Oh, wetter than a blind lesbian at a fish market.
Yikes. Whoa.
Yeah, I just come up with this stuff.
Fish
That
tank.
one's not mine. I'm an idiot. I seen one deer, so it was pretty uneventful this morning. But I had a really eventful Sunday. Sunday was fucking cold, dude. It was chilly. I think it was in the 30s Sunday.
I don't remember Sunday.
High 30s.
Oh, yeah, I was at a Ravens game. It was cold.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was cold out there. I was a wee bit chilly. Wasn't too bad, but I had left my boots in the back of my truck, and they were still a little wet, so I wore sneakers.
Yikes.
And like the top of my sneakers were that like mesh, like wind just cuts right through it. So that was a little chilly, but it
Not
wasn't too bad.
advised.
Yeah, not advised.
No.
I had them smart wool socks on though. And they're pretty warm. It's a merino wool, and
They're not heated?
No, but they're warm socks.
Okay.
I was good. My feet were a little cold, but not bad.
Okay.
But it was high 30s, so it wasn't terribly cold.
That's still pretty cold.
Yeah, it's still pretty cold.
Just for pretty much just socks.
Yeah, and for a 3.5, 4 hour sit too, because it was a pretty hefty sit. I sat there for a while, but or actually no, it wasn't that long. It was 3.5 hours. Yeah, 2:30 to 5:30, so 3 hours. So I go in and I got my saddle, and I'm going to a spot. So I've got this 10-pointer who showed up on camera very recently. And he hasn't been on camera since the beginning of season.
Yeah. I was looking at pictures of early season. That's the same one that was on Velvet, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Thought so.
Same buck. Yeah, same 10-pointer.
Yeah.
And I hadn't had him on for months.
Mm-hmm.
And bam, he shows up last week. So I seen the direction from which he was coming from on one of my trail cameras. So I went and sat over in that area on a funnel from a bedding area. So this bedding area, then there's a funnel that leads to my camera. So I'm like, he's probably going to be skirting this bedding area. He may work through this funnel heading in the direction of my camera. So that's where I went and sat up. I sat up on that funnel. And I get in there a little later than I wanted to, but I was like, that's good timing. It was a little before 2:30 that I get to my tree. And I start my way up, one sticking on up the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got to my second move, so I'm probably about 15 feet high or so, 15, 16 feet high. And I hear the pitter-patter of what is unmistakably multiple deer moving through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And I turn around, and on my weak side, coming up from behind me, is a doe and a fawn, and following behind them is that 10-pointer.
Hey.
So my bow's on the fucking ground.
Nice.
I got one stick up, and they're on my weak side. Which on a saddle, you got to spin around. Kind of the same thing as a tree stand. It's suboptimal.
Mm-hmm.
But my bow's on the fucking ground. So I quickly, but as like, I'm not trying to move a whole lot. Bring this bow up.
As slow and as fast as you can.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm bringing my bow up. I get my bow up. Don't have time to range them. You know what I mean? I just didn't have time. I bring my bow up. I get my bow, knock an arrow. I spin around. I'm kicked out, so I got one foot like up on the top of my stick, like, and that's like stopping me from spinning back because naturally I want to spin right because of the way everything is with the ropes and shit. So I'm like holding myself spun around, one leg kicked off the tree, come to full draw. He stops. They stop about 20 yards from me.
What you think is 20 yards or is 20 yards?
What I think is 20 yards.
Okay.
I didn't range them.
Yeah.
And I fucking punched the trigger, probably literally, and I shot right underneath it.
Yes! You rat bastard.
Yeah. So that was just soul crushing.
Yeah.
I watched it. They ran off about 60, 70 yards, and he just kind of hung out and watched her as she ate in this bottom beneath this funnel. And I was hoping maybe they would come back because they hung out there for a good hour. Yeah. And I just had to watch them. I slowly like set my stuff up. I got my platform set. I got everything set as I'm like keeping an eye on them. And they just never came back my direction. And I ranged where he was. It was 27 yards.
Oof.
So I was a little low on my estimate. My sight was on 20. But honestly, I think it was just a bad shot on my part. At 27, I should have still hit him. I should have hit him low.
80 pounds, yeah.
I should have still hit him. Yeah. But I think I just punched the trigger. It was just so, it happened all fast. I was so like out of my element, spun around, and like I just
standing on your stick.
I just made a bad shot, and it is what it is, man. You know?
How do you feel?
You know, initially I was like, you know, what are the odds I'm going to get a fucking shot at this deer again before rifle season? Like, because rifle kicks off, that place is going to be, it's going to be like fucking Baghdad over there. You know what I mean? Bombs everywhere.
IEDs everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a shit show. So, like, the odds of him making it through the 2-week rifle season are slim to none. So, I'm, like, kicking myself for that. But, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda will eat you alive. And I'm a big proponent of fucking pick yourself up by bootstraps and do what you can. You can't focus on the mistake that you've made. You got to move forward. What can I do now? What can I learn from that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't smell you, didn't see you.
Yeah.
So,
he wasn't spooked enough to, like, I mean, they
hung out.
They
Yeah,
hung out in
so.
view of me. Like, he was spooked by the sound. You know what I mean?
He would have smelled you or saw you. But, yeah, you never know.
Now, you say 70 yards. I know you. You can center an apple at 70 yards. What was the thought process there?
Well, I had thought about sending one down there, but there was never like a clear line of sight. There was just saplings and like I never had a good shot.
Okay.
But I did my bow was on 73. My sight was there. I rolled my sight down because I was like, if he steps into this opening and he just stands there, I might send him one.
Okay.
Because I felt like at that. I know some people are listening to this like that is just too far to shoot a whitetail.
Get fucked.
But I got 80-pound limbs. I feel like I can maybe reach out a little further. You're losing kinetic energy as that arrow travels. But there's even with 70, 60-pound limbs, you could kill a whitetail at 70 yards. The issue is them dropping, and you know human error at that range. But I'm confident in my shot at that range. Yeah. My biggest thing is them dropping. And how much they can drop in the time it takes for that arrow to get there. But also, at that distance and where I was up on top of a ridge. They were down below. I don't think he would have dropped that much from the sound.
I don't think he would have dropped at all.
I think I could have made the shot had he given me one. And like I said, my pin was on 73 because that was like right where he was. But he never gave me a shot.
Well, I'm just glad that you had thought about it.
Mm-hmm. Because, like you said, like, dude, rifle season's almost here.
You can center a fucking apple at 70.
I know I can kill that deer. You know what I mean? It's just, it's not a shot I want to take. It's actually that's past. I like to limit myself to 60 yards and under.
Yeah.
But in a perfect circumstance, I might take a 73-yard shot. You know what I mean? And if I feel good about it, if my nerves are good, if I got a clear line of shot, if he's focused on a fucking doe, which he was, like all those things lined up, I would have took the shot. Yeah. But it didn't. And now, so I went back out this morning, didn't see him again. And now my hope is to get my son maybe can shoot him tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Wyatt in the morning. And if not, maybe I can get him in the evening because he goes back to his mom in the evening. Well, and you and I are going to go out for rifle.
I got first trigger pull, so he's mine.
Oh, well, that's fair. You know?
No, if he walks out, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'm good on meat. I got more meat than you. So I was like, doe, that's all you. But that 10 walks out, you're gonna have to fight me to shoot him. Like I'm gonna beat you.
You better figure it out before you go out.
I would never. I know what he looks like. I would look at him and I would look at you and say, yes,
let her eat.
Finish him.
And we went out today and shot, me, you, and Wyatt. And then Hannah, my daughter, came too. She didn't shoot. I asked her if she wanted to. She could have, but me, you, and Wyatt shot, and Wyatt was just drilling that fucking pumpkin we put out there.
Goose.
He's good to go. We're ready. And
we are ready.
30-aught sixes are on. Your 12 gauge hitting tickle high, but
I'm glad I know now.
Yeah.
I just aim at the belly and let her eat.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Well, it's a fucking slug, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't in the mood to shoot about 6 or 7 of them fucking slugs.
Yeah.
Tuning that iron sights in.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have a scope on it. I wasn't in the mood for that. So I know where it's hitting. Aim at the belly. She gone.
Yeah. And like, as little as you're gonna hunt with that thing, it's not that big of a deal. Like we've talked ad nauseum about how important it is to be exactly dialed in, and I agree. But the shotgun. How much are you even gonna hunt with that thing? Are you even gonna hunt with that thing this year?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, me and Runske. Runski's staying here tonight at me casa.
You guys are gonna get hammered.
Yeah. Well, no, we got to be there early because it's one of those elk neck properties.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Where they only limit a certain amount of people. So we got to be up early. We're probably gonna leave here about 4:15.
Okay.
Go to the Carter property. And my dad's supposed to be joining us.
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah, so we'll see. And it's a shotgun only, no rifle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
You guys got a good chance of seeing something in there, man. Just because pressure. People are going to be pushing deer around.
Yeah, well, it's one of those properties, like I just said, only a certain amount of people. It used to be 8. I don't know if it's more or not. So, we'll see.
I think it's 12. Man.
Is it 12 now? That fridge getting a little loud?
It was making a lot of noise. I just realized it. Sorry about that.
I think it might be on its way out.
Yeah. Might have to take that thing out back. We should fill that thing. We should take it to port, fill it with tannerite.
Oh, my God. You ever seen that video where people do that?
I've seen a bunch of them.
Well, he's hiding behind a tree, and he shoots a fridge full of tannerite, and the door flies off and zips right past the tree.
Oh, my God.
About 9 million miles an hour.
Great for the environment.
Look that up. That's intense.
Hope he took the compressor out.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah, the fucking refrigerant.
Refrigerant spraying all over the forest bottom.
You know damn well he did not.
Hell no, he didn't.
That fucking thing.
Put 50 pounds of tannerite.
He's got 410A spraying around the forest bottom.
Oh, yeah.
You can just go right to Cabela's and buy that shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
I love this country.
God bless America. You know, I'm all for it. Would I do that? Absolutely fucking not.
No.
Well,
I would.
If I loaded that thing down right now, we'd be get the fuck out of here.
From 500 yards, maybe. I've seen some dudes do that shit from like 100 yards.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
Not doing that.
Look that video.
I've seen guys that shoot propane cans and shit.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Fuck that, dude.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm going to have the Mythbusters fucking ballistics fucking shit up in front of me if I'm plinking shots at tannerite.
If that door's whizzing past you at 300 miles an hour,
that don't matter.
No, don't matter.
I'd wear a bulletproof vest. Like, I got a vest. If I did that, I'd put that motherfucker on. I'd have safety glasses. I'd fucking...
Do you have a refrigerator door-proof vest?
No.
Did this thing stop 100 pounds flying at me from 50 yards?
Jesus Christ.
Phew. But yeah, we went out today. Everything is ready to go. The heavy artillery.
Hell yeah. It's been a while since I've shot a firearm. I forgot how much I enjoy it. Every time I go shoot, it's like, man, I love to shoot. Mm-hmm. It's been probably months since I've shot a gun.
You shot your .6 once, right?
Shot my .6 once. That thing is, I love that fucking gun. Yeah. It's a Savage Model 111 30-06. The Accu trigger and a BDC Nikon scope.
What a nerd.
And that motherfucker, dude, it is like I could shoot dimes at 100 yards with that motherfucker. It is so accurate. I shot that once, center punched that pumpkin at 75 yards, and I was like, okay, that's good. And then the AR, we let that thing sink quite a bit.
I shot my .6 once,
yep.
And it is dead on.
Dead nuts.
Dead on. It hit exactly where I was aiming, so it's good to go.
Yeah, and that's all you need. Like, at the price of ammo right now, I'm not trying to shoot a bunch of fucking rounds.
It's like $50 for a fucking box of .6.
Yeah.
You can get it now. You can get it now, but you're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get that.
Yeah.
I looked up rounds for my .32 Winchester Special. Can't get it.
No. I got to get more 5.56. I've only got like 1,000 rounds.
Should have let me know.
I'm surprised. Is that shit still available? You can get that?
Yeah, oh yeah. You can get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the more in-demand shit is probably available.
Yeah.
Like the specialty shit's probably not going to be available for a while.
I got plenty of 6.5 Creedmoor.
What are you taking out tomorrow?
It's my Stoker, 12 gauge.
It's a beautiful
Federal
shot.
premium slugs. We'll let her eat. We'll let her eat.
Yeah, I didn't know in Sis County you can't use buckshot.
You can't?
What?
No.
Since when?
I don't know. It's in the regs. Can't use buckshot in Sis County.
I gotta start reading them things.
You better use a slug.
Oh, I
got slugs. Yeah.
I like slugs anyway.
I'd rather
for
slug
a
Dude,
rifle
slugs
round.
have come a long way.
Oh yeah.
Dude, fucking Hornady is doing a ballistic tip on their fucking slugs.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a fucking rifled barrel. I mean, that motherfucker is accurate, dude. You know what I mean? Like, that motherfucker's it's damn near a rifle.
Yeah.
Same thing with muzzle loaders. Like, these things are accurate now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's kind of cheating. It's like, you know?
Yeah. You got rifled barrels, and then you got rifled slugs.
Well, mine's
where you don't even use the barrel.
mine's smoothbore.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hey, you got rifled slugs.
I think my barrel is smoothbore. It is. I got rifled slugs. That's what I got. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Which is similar, but the rifle barrel I believe is more accurate.
I would imagine.
You're putting spin on your You're putting spin on your
Spin on the on the projectile as rather
Correct.
the projectile spinning itself. I don't know.
How is it? I would imagine the projectile spin itself.
Well,
but
a slug. You're shooting a slug. It's a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, how much spin you put on a ball?
Not much. I mean, it's got little grooves in it, but I don't think that's doing much.
Ryan, dude. You guys watch that documentary?
We did.
That was so
What
good.
was it?
Chasing Nolan.
Facing Nolan on Netflix.
Oh, check
The
that
bad
out.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm a
Dude.
baseball nerd.
It's just a documentary about Nolan Ryan, and he was the fucking
He was the man.
dude.
Apparently, dude threw 108.
108
I don't believe that
mile
for
an
a
hour.
minute.
I believe it.
Nah,
I don't know.
I don't
He
believe
had
it.
like several MLB guys like back it up.
There's no way.
I believe it.
Nope.
I mean, the fastest of all time is 105. I think Nolan.
Chapman. Remember Chapman?
Yeah, 105.
Yeah. Come on.
We'll see.
Stop it.
Dude, Nolan Ryan was a bad
He was the
motherfucker.
man, but his
Yeah.
command was fucking
Oh, it's terrible.
filth,
He was
which Chapman never had.
Texas fucking good old boy too.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So, yeah, my hunt. Thanksgiving morning? Is that what I went? Yeah.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Gobble, gobble. Try to let the air out of a whitetail. I went to a new spot that nobody hunts on the quarry. I'm probably 110 yards from behind 95 where I am. So I'm in between a road to the quarry and 95.
Ranging cop cars that drive by.
Yeah, exactly.
So, man, maybe. Anyway. And I'm setting up blind. It's dark when I go there in the morning. And I find a nice tree. I shine my green light on it. I'm like, yeah, that's the tree I want to be in. I get up in the tree, and as daylight comes, I'm starting to see the fence. And daylight comes even more, and I look at the fence even more. And unbeknownst to me, I set up right next to a hole in the fence.
God damn it, boy.
You
You are a hole
in the
magnet.
fence.
I'm a hole magnet.
Yeah. The holes are just attracted to you.
Hey,
You know?
that's it. And
Did you put your bolt cutters away after that?
yeah, but I threw them in the
Did you
creek.
throw them into the weeds after you were done? After you had your realization?
Yeah, I did actually. No. Jesus Christ.
Don't spit on me.
So I'm sitting there, and it's like 7:30, and I'm sitting there, and I got a field probably 600 yards away, directly in front of me, facing south. I'm facing south, and the field is south of me, and I'm expecting the deer to be coming from the field towards me, back behind me to their bedding area.
Sure.
And this doe reads the script perfectly, about 7:30. I see her, and I'm like, okay, here she comes. Bada boom, bada bang. Gonna let the air out of her, and be back in bed by 8:30.
Yes.
She reads the script. She gets within 50 yards. She does one of those things. The wind wasn't at her at all. I don't know what happened. She spun around and went back the way she came.
God damn it.
Yeah.
See, that's happened to me a handful of times, and it just perplexes the fuck out of me.
I had a perfect wind, and the wind was like 6-7 miles an hour. It was steady east, and she was coming from the north.
Was there a hill behind you?
As she was walking uphill towards me. I was kind of on a plateau.
And it was morning hunt, right?
Morning, yeah.
See,
so
that doesn't
thermals
make sense.
are rising.
Yeah, like what? Sometimes, man, the wind does shit that I just don't
What
understand.
about ground scent? She didn't hit no ground scent, right?
Well,
Yeah, well, let's get into that.
she did walk right over where I walked.
Yeah. And
okay.
was her head up or
Yeah.
down coming in?
She was just kind of browsing. You know, she stood there for a second.
What kind of boots were you wearing?
My rubber boots.
Rubber
Yeah,
boots.
Did you spray them?
Of course not. I don't use that snake
I
hole.
mean,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the rubber you get away with a lot more, but I don't know if they're 100%.
Of course
scent
not.
proof either. You know
course
what I mean? They can't be.
No.
So Runske, you probably called that. It was
and
probably
I don't-
ground.
And I
scent.
don't know if there's truth, but I don't get crazy spraying myself down, but I will spray the soles of my rubber boots.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'm no pro, but
Yeah.
that's one thing.
I don't think it hurts.
I don't think
No,
it
of
hurts.
course
not.
But
You know what I mean?
I've had occasions where, when they come in and their heads down, 9 times out of 10 they're hitting your ground scent.
That's most likely what it was.
Yeah, if your wind was perfect, but I had sits where my wind was perfect, my ground scent was impossible to be where they were, and they've come in and acted like they knew something was off.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't you had that same situation
course.
happen?
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like they have another sense, like a sixth sense
we don't know about.
that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they just do shit that is
Well-
like, how the fuck did that deer bust me?
But I mean, you work. If you think about it, they're working that same area just day in and day out. Just the feel. Maybe I don't know. There could be
Yeah.
a fucking another sense we don't fucking know about. Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, God forbid you walk to your bedroom and your kitchen every day, day in and day out.
and there's
All of a
guy-
sudden, something's off.
Something's propped
Yeah.
in the
A
corner of your
picture's
living
crooked.
room. Yeah.
If there's
Something's off.
if
I don't
there's
know.
a hobo hiding in your closet, you know,
Yeah.
you
Wait a
might
second.
You
you
might.
might feel that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
have you ever felt like someone's
Just
looking at
watching
you,
you?
and
Yeah.
then you turn around and somebody's looking at you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wonder if that's like something that maybe deer have amplified. You know what I mean?
I guarantee it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because that's a thing. I mean, I everybody's felt that way,
Yeah.
where you like explain how you can feel someone looking at you. You know what I mean? What is that?
And our senses have dulled over the years,
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they have, you know.
We're fucking retards. I mean, compared to a whitetail, like
sure.
absolutely no comparison as far as like sophistication and scent. Yeah, I'll take one. Too.
And their senses have. There's no way they've dulled. So I would.
No, if anything, they fight.
Yeah, I would imagine that they definitely feel something.
Runske casually slides me a 90-minute IPA.
It's a hand grenade.
Fucking 9% alcohol. Oh yeah.
So that was unfortunate because she was going to read the script perfect.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm sitting there for another half hour. 8 o'clock, 8:10 rolls along. I'm playing on my fucking phone like a dumbass as always. And all of a sudden, I look to my right, and I see a booner doe and her yearling on the opposite side of the fence, coming from behind me just grazing along. I stand up. I'm like, yeah, they're coming through the fence. Duh. Why wouldn't they? It's probably 45 minutes. They're just nearing along, and they feed down probably 30 yards past me on the opposite side of the fence at like 50 yards. And they spin around, and they go back the way they came. I had the doe fawn at 33 yards, and Mama never gave me a shot. They never came through the hole in the fence.
Son of a bitch.
They came from the way they came, they spun around, and they went.
You should have smoked that filet mignon.
Should have. Yeah, should have.
Hindsight, would you?
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's a lot of work for such a small amount of meat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I mean, it's an easy drag and stuff, but then you got to skin it and butcher it, and it's like all that, or pay for it. Fuck no.
Yeah.
And where I'm at, it's a spot. It's kind of, you got to go, getting there, you got to go down man-made cliffs that are pretty much up and down. I mean, you know where I'm at pretty much.
You're rappelling for a yearling.
Pretty much. And if you're dragging it out, you got to go up.
Yeah. You're better off tying a rope to that thing and fucking hauling that thing up.
Yeah. And they've shot out the old outside haul road, so it's not a road anymore. It's a 90-foot sheer cliff. So
don't like that.
Not a fan of that.
No.
Well, I mean, rifles are your baby.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we are so fickle with rifle, like, we're like, I fucking hate rifles, like, but at the same time, I love rifle hunting. It is fucking awesome. Like, I hate that everyone else rifle hunts. It's like, I just want to rifle hunt. I don't want you guys to rifle hunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's like these motherfuckers in the Orange Army are going to come in here and kill all the fucking deer. But at the same time, like, I'm excited. I love rifle.
Yeah.
And you can't hate the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the nature of things. And you have to make the best of it. And that's exactly what the fuck we're going to do tomorrow.
Exactly.
And God, it will break my heart if someone shoots that fucking 10-pointer. Some fat fuck in an orange suit sitting in a redneck blind in the corner of this property smokes it with a bush light in his hand and a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Marlboro Windchecker, baby.
Could be me.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? Like, it is what it is. That's hunting, man. That's the way it goes. But I really, really hope that doesn't happen. That would break my heart. It really would, because that's the only buck on the 534 acres that we have to hunt there that I want to shoot.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice a difference in them fucking tearing up across the road in activity? No.
I thought it would push more bucks to us.
I thought, man, with them tearing up across the road there.
I think that 10-pointer is 8-pointer I had on camera last year. I don't think we got a single buck from
That's
over
crazy.
across the road.
That's a young 10-pointer.
Yeah,
them doing all that development.
He's I wouldn't be surprised if he was 3.5.
It's probably 3.
Yeah. He's just a nice 3.5-year-old. Like, I'd love to give him another year, but I will not.
He's really short-tined. I think he is 3.
If he walks in front of me, I'm shooting him. Yeah. I have to. I mean, for one, he'd be my biggest buck ever, and for two,
we don't know if they have that property again
at all. Right. And now I'd love to let him walk and see what he looks like next year, but I can't let him walk. He's too nice of a buck.
I'll kill him for you.
He's a beautiful buck. I'd be thrilled to have that buck. I'd love to see what he looks like next year, but I'm not risking someone else shooting him to let him walk.
Yeah.
If it was just me and you on that property, I might let him walk. Might.
Duh. I wouldn't kill him.
Maybe I might. But he'd be the biggest buck I ever shot. So, like, the only reason I think, theoretically, if it was just you and I on that property, that I would let him walk, if it was just me and you, is because it could just be bigger than next year. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But so then there's that other thing, like, if I shoot him, another larger buck might come to the property as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much there is to that, but, like, you get a dominant buck in an area, it kind of keeps other bucks out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, well,
you gonna have some other guy coming to your house?
Yeah, I read
Absolutely fucking not, dude.
I read a Realtree article last week, and they said larger bucks have smaller home ranges than younger bucks. When they find,
I believe that.
100%.
I wanted to pick your brains on that. Yeah, they say when larger bucks, older, mature bucks find what they like and what they need, they stay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
the younger bucks.
They see what works for
wander,
them,
yeah.
what keeps them around, what is safe, and they don't deviate from that a whole lot, other
Yeah.
than the rut. Yeah. Typically, is what I've seen on my cameras anyway, because I don't fucking kill any of them.
Yeah. So, anyway, this hunt's not over.
What?
Yeah.
Tell us more.
So it's like 10 o'clock. I get down. It's dead. I'm leaving. I'm walking out next to what was this old road that isn't a road anymore. It's just a sheer face. I get probably 60 yards in my truck. I'm not very far from my truck hunting, period, but I'm like 60 yards from my truck, and I hear commotion from what I think are deer that I've spooked. But as I look, they're not spooked at all. They're coming towards me. And I see a doe up front. I see probably a 120-inch 8-pointer behind her.
Okay.
And probably a 100-inch 6-pointer that I've had on camera every other day behind him.
It's a big 6.
Yeah. Big old bastard. And they're chasing this doe directly at me. This doe gets within probably 12 yards and stops. And then the 8-pointer gets within 15 yards and stops, and the 6-pointer is probably 30 yards of me and stops. And they're all panting, going crazy because they've been chasing this old girl forever. And I've been getting into this I've been taking my release off at the bottom of the tree. I don't know why.
I've been doing the same. I've been taking it off as I climb down because
Yeah.
I've had experience with my release flipping around and clinging against my climber,
Yeah.
which I don't like.
But I took it off and I put it in my damn fanny pack like a jerk off. And they stop and I stop. They don't know I'm there. If I would have had my release on, I might have gotten an arrow off. I don't know. Who knows? But she turns around and goes back the way she came from, and of course the bucks follow. So I'm like, maybe I can just kind of sneak down and get another shot off. And I get probably 30 yards in my truck, and I hear them up over the embankment again chasing this doe. And I run to the up over the embankment, and I see the antlers of that 6-pointer. I'm like, all right, here we go. So I kind of run to my truck. I throw my tree stand off. I throw my fanny pack off. I just got my bow. And I stand up over the embankment at my truck, and I'm looking. And as I'm looking for them, I look to my left, which is behind my truck, and coming down through this thicket of an old dump, so he's coming down towards me, is this half-rack buck. So he's a 4-pointer.
Good Lord.
It's fucking nuts. The woods is fucking crazy.
It's fucking electric. Boogie woogie.
Yeah. He's coming down towards me, and then he turns to his left, and he's going down towards these bucks ran this doe off to. And I remember I got this black rack, rattling antlers in my truck, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try this. So I run to my truck. I leave my bow on the berm, run to my truck, get these antlers, run back to my bow, get down on one knee, and I bang these antlers together. And I bang them together for like 45 seconds.
How are you banging them? Is it like two old people fucking, or are you like getting into it?
My
the
my
treatment.
forearms are on fire.
Okay.
I'm banging these things. I'm trying to break them.
Like,
Yeah. And 45 seconds, I'm banging them together. My forearms are burning. I can't go anymore. And I look to my left to where this half rack was coming from, and I see him boinging, bouncing through the grass coming towards me.
wow.
And at this point in my brain, I'm like, I'm shooting this buck. I've had enough of this shit. I'm killing something.
Hell yeah.
I throw the black rack down. I'm down on one knee. I'm behind some tall grass and some shrubbery. I draw. And when I stand up, this buck is at 20 yards. And as soon as I stand up, he looks directly at me, doesn't give it a second thought, and he takes off.
God damn it.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool ass kill.
That would have been cool
Oh,
as
yeah.
fuck.
And
That's it.
so there's something that Ryan and I were just talking about. shout out to our buddy Eric Maitland. He's been a long-time follower of the podcast, and he has decided to venture into hunting. He wasn't a hunter. He's been listening to the pod pretty much since day one, and it's his first year hunting down in West Virginia. So, Eric, good luck to you, man. Sorry you missed your buck.
Loser.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, that is the fact that you got on deer and shot at one for your first hunt. That's awesome, man. So
In Virginia.
Yeah, in a tough state to hunt. So like, good on you, West Virginia. The mountains out there, it ain't easy hunting. So keep getting after it, dude. But Brian and I were talking about that, and he was like, where Eric is hunting in the mountains of West Virginia, where you're hiking through these fucking mountains. He said he hiked an hour in to get where he was, to get past everybody else. He's like, in a situation like that, like I'd take like a nice 6 over like a nice 8 back home. Because to me, like that 6 would have more value, and that stands for more of an achievement because of how you got it. Mm-hmm. So I think like your situation was the same thing. Like normally, if you're sitting in your tree stand and a 6-pointer walks up, you're not even going to think about shooting that thing. But because you're on the ground and how exciting that hunt was, like the journey to get that deer really made the potential to harvest it, to kill that animal, that much more exciting.
Yeah, I was full blown ready to kill this deer.
Yeah.
And
because of how it happened and everything that transpired.
And then an hour before that, I got him on my camera at the hole in the fence, probably 900 yards away.
Wow.
So he traveled that far within an hour, just cruising.
He was hauling ass.
Yeah.
See, that's cool shit, man. And I'd have probably done the same fucking thing. I shot that fucking buck.
That would have been the fucking cherry on top if I could have put an arrow in him. But he seen me immediately and took off.
Now, what would you have done? Would you have Euroed it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. He's a pretty nice half racker.
Oh, the half rack.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about the 6. This is a half rack. Yeah.
I don't know. That six, I probably would have full mounted, and that 8-pointer, I definitely would have full mounted.
Yeah.
That 6-pointer's a big fucking 6-pointer, but that half rack,
6-pointers, big 6.
he's tall. Fuck, he's a tall bastard. But that half rack,
is that one you sent me the picture of?
That 6-pointer,
Yeah. He's a nice 6.
Yeah, but that half rack, just the way it went down, I would have had to do something memorable. I mean, that would have been a cool fucking hunt if I could have put it all together. Almost did. I put everything else together except for letting the arrow fly.
Now, with all this action that you and I have seen, I've seen buck chasing this week. It's well into the 3rd week of November. Mm-hmm. What do you think that is? Like, shouldn't it be mainly lockdown right now? Like, why are we seeing all this chasing?
I don't know.
Well, what did I say? So I came down and shouted some dates out.
Yeah.
I said the 12th, 17th. They're like, nah, lockdowns, nah, they're not.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know. If there's fucking does in estrus, man, they're chasing.
Yeah. And studies have shown that the typical like main harvest period will vary slightly from year to year, but in our area it's typically
a day or two,
right around November 7th. Well, like a couple days even.
Really?
Yeah, like there was one I was looking from NDA, and I think the study was in Tennessee, but like it was like 1 year, like, and I'm just, for example, the dates might be slightly off, but it was like 3 days later. The next year it was like 3 days earlier, but it was all within like the same week. But like the general idea of the study is like there's like a week that is the main like harvest date. Mm-hmm. But do you think maybe because of how warm it was the 2nd week of November here that it maybe made most of the breeding activity get pushed back a little further?
See,
because of movement, you think?
Man.
Well, I'm thinking
warmer weather equals
like,
less movement?
Yeah, like less movement. Maybe the bucks didn't want to chase as much. Like
doe population. I mean, there's so many not so many factors, but so we had the warmer weather. I mean, if those are in heat, they're in heat.
Yeah.
Bucks are going to chase.
They got to.
I mean, if you look at numbers, was the doe harvest heavier last year than the year prior? I mean, there's so many factors. But so last Friday I smoked the doe.
Oh yeah, let's hear about that.
Well,
so
continue. Get into the story, but finish your point.
But last Friday I smoked a doe. And that was what was the date last Friday?
17th.
So I'm in my tree stand. There was a buck chasing a fucking doe before sunup. Like it's.
Well, the 17th isn't that late.
Well, and I've heard the 17th they start. That's when they start their lockdown phase. But that fucking buck was on that goddamn doe before sunup. Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
5-6 years ago I would have said, hell, even 3 years ago, I would have said, yeah, it was later because of weather. But these deer, it's photo period. Mm-hmm. They come into heat.
When they come into heat, the heat doesn't change that.
No, they come into heat within 2 or 3 days every year.
But how long, from what I understand, if I remember correctly when I read about these things, is they will stay in heat until they're bred.
That makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. So if your population, I mean, I don't know. I could be talking to my ass. If your population's up, if you have more doe and there's more doe in heat, there's only so many bucks to go around. I don't know.
And the bucks are running ragged.
And they're just running.
But
I mean,
wouldn't we have seen way more movement? The bucks wouldn't. They'd have still been chasing.
Well, it's like when we sat what, the first week of the rut.
Yeah, we sat the 5th, and then we sat the 7th.
And there was, nothing.
It was dead.
It was dead.
The woods were dead. Like late December dead.
Yeah. November 20th, this past Monday, on my camera, was the most active day I've had all November. Every buck that I've had at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, daylighted at 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, just from like... If you take all knowledge of our understanding of the whitetail and their breeding habits and throw it out the window, and you look at our cameras and everything we've seen and everything all our friends have seen, I would say the rut was in full fucking force, like chasing phase this week.
Yeah.
Aligned.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I cannot. 100%.
Which is late for us.
It's 3 weeks late.
Yeah.
Going by the numbers and the science and the that's
Like if you ignore all that stuff,
and
just look at what we've seen, chasing occurred this fucking week.
Yeah, the rut was full swing this week.
Yeah, which is like it doesn't make sense, but hey man, and like there's a lot of factors. I mean, like you could even look at the moon, like, and I don't. There's no data supporting the moon has any effect on deer whatsoever.
Mm.
But I do think, like, if you got a real bright moon, it might make them stay out a little. You know what I mean? Because they have more
see
light.
better. Yeah.
This past week, there was almost no moon. You know what I mean? It was a very little moon. The weather, the temps were colder. Like everything was just better this week.
Yeah.
But none of that changes photo period. So it makes you wonder, like, to me, I kind of think that the does came into heat, but if a doe's bedded down, a buck can't breed her.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Are bucks just sitting and bedding, trying to push these does around, and then the does are just like hopping up and bedding back down, and like that's why we didn't see a whole lot. And now the does are moving more, so the bucks are chasing more. Like, I don't know.
And you like to think that in a warmer weather environment that a buck is just we think in our head that the buck is just horned up, like there's nothing stopping that buck. But does weather fucking have them hitting the fucking river? Does that fucking weather have them hitting fucking ag they wouldn't normally hit? You like to think that the buck is just dumb. Like it's the one thing on their mind, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, are they hitting water? Like, I don't know.
If you were covered in fur and you had to run after your cooter, would you want to do it?
And it comes down to,
it would definitely deter me a little bit.
Well, does pussy outweigh the will to live? Essentially,
it does for them.
Yeah, one time a year. I don't know.
I don't know.
I think we know zero about these fucking animals.
I mean, well
yes,
not just us,
but we have
the community in general.
But they'll tell you they got satellite collars strapped to them, and they can tell you anything there is to know.
Yeah,
but
that's true
I think region has a lot to do with it too. But
absolutely.
I don't know, man. But I'll tell you right now, I sat the fucking first week of the rut, and I didn't see fucking dick.
I sat the second week, and I didn't see dick.
Yep, same here. It was very slow, and that's what I've heard from guys. I don't know. That's what I've heard from that I've talked to, and that's what I've heard from just about everybody that we know that hunts. That's local.
November 24th was the most action I've seen.
The most action I saw was last Friday, and it's. I don't know.
I don't know either. I have no idea. I thought I knew.
I told you. What did I tell you?
If you were listening to this podcast, I hope to hear the answer to that question.
You're not
we
gonna.
are really sorry.
Well,
It's
like I told you. Well, when I came down into your basement, I said, I'm setting my vacation for the second week in November. If my cams are dead and I don't see dick, I'm pushing it.
Yeah. Next year, I think I'm gonna like my boss is cool enough to where like I can wait and see what the weather's like.
Yeah, and move it accordingly.
Yeah.
That's my best advice I could give anyone.
Yeah. Even if it is middle of the rut, if it's abnormally hot, like it was really hot here. For the second week of November, like 30 degrees warmer than the typical temps here.
It's 80 degrees on the 5th.
Yeah, it was close to it.
Yeah.
And if that's the case next year, I'm not wasting my fucking vacation day.
Yeah, no, adjust accordingly.
I'll wait till it gets colder. Like there ain't no fucking point. I mean, from what I've seen this year, you know what I mean?
I mean, you look at Monday, I said it was the best day I had on my camera. It was 18 degrees that morning.
Yeah.
Well, there's got to be some truth to it then. I mean, it's small sample size, of course, but
Yeah, sure.
What I've witnessed this year is if the weather's not cooperating, man, fucking
Just ain't there.
and stay on your cams. I'd like to think the majority of the people have cams set up. Just
Yeah, I mean, but how many times have you listened to another podcast or famous hunter talk about the rut's the rut? Like, even if it's hot, like you're going to see more, movement in dark, which we did. But like you still hunt, and I after this year, I disagree.
I disagree
too.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Like I've heard Don Higgins say, "Well, it's going to happen at night." Yeah, I'm sure it does, but the coldest day of November was last Monday, and that's the most action I've had all.
But then again,
my cameras were lit up.
But then again, even if Don Higgins says it happens at night, what is night doing for me as a hunter? It's
nothing.
It's not.
Nothing.
It's not doing it.
Yeah.
So
adjust accordingly is my recommendation.
Yeah. I gotta agree. I mean, I think next year that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play a little bit more. I'm gonna cater to the weather more.
Yeah, definitely.
Agreed.
Than just photo period. Like I know photo period is what might set them off, but I think you're still gonna see a lot more movement when it's cold.
Yeah, they say 7, 8, and 9 is the days that the most booners are killed. But I'm going with you. I'm going with temperature.
Well, and it's
if the 7th, 8th, and 9th are 80 degrees in fucking November, I'm not going.
But it's dependent upon your region. We live in fucking Maryland. I mean, our weather is if you're in Iowa or fucking Missouri or wherever, it's going to change. But it just so happened in our region this year that things popped off a little later.
I wish I could just take off the whole fucking month of November.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, but
but we can't.
We can't. We have mortgage payments and children and
something else I've noticed. Don Higgins isn't in Illinois or
Michigan,
Iowa,
right?
One of those Midwest states.
Michigan or Wisconsin,
and
somewhere out there.
Oregon, something like that. He puts out a rut report, and he puts out. You say he put something out the 22nd, and he's like, "Oh, deer movement was great." The 22nd out here, it might be shit, but the 23rd, the day after, is gonna be good, because the what weather he has on the 22nd will be here on the 23rd.
But that's his. Okay. So he's playing like it's going to travel across.
Well, that's just what I've noticed by his rut report. That's what I've noticed.
Yeah, that's interesting. Sure, I can see that.
Because he said the 19th was the greatest day he's had all November, and then all of a sudden the 20th was the greatest day I've seen all November.
Yeah.
But you're taking that upon yourself to go, oh, well, he's reporting this the day.
Yeah, that's just my observation.
Yeah, which makes sense.
And that depends on what, if the weather's even moving this way. You know what I mean?
Which is a factor. So my parents live in Missouri. Yeah. So typically, if they have a cold front come in Missouri, we're 24 hours away from a cold front.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Typically, unless the wind gets crazy.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that. My parents have been in Missouri for, a decade?
Yeah.
So typically they say, hey, Jeremy, it's fucking snowing its ass off. I got a fucking cold front. Like, it's freezing out here. I'm like, oh, well, in 24 hours, we probably got a cold front coming in.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, that's accurate. Yeah. But we have southern fucking wind drifts, northern wind drifts.
Yeah,
but
different things.
9 times out of 10, it's
fairly accurate.
Yeah.
Fairly
that's
accurate.
Just what I've noticed.
Yeah. But there's maybe some truth to that.
Yeah.
I think it's just region dependent, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
So, Runske,
you killed a critter.
I did.
And you've had a dry spell, so I want to hear I want to hear everything.
Yeah. So, last Friday, one of the guys I work with, Joe Hodis, shout out, he's got some property up the Conowingo area. Got about 100 acres. Stands set up everywhere. Corn everywhere. Just awesome stands.
Feeders or just piles?
Just piles. He dumps them and maintains them. So he sets me up in a stand, and it's prime real estate next to a state-owned property.
Oh, okay.
So
Like
it's prime real estate.
public land or just state-owned?
So he owns 100, and it's state-owned property. Can't hunt it, can't do anything with it. It's
okay.
just prime.
Beautiful.
Just no one hunts it. No human pressure. No hiking trails. No nothing. So he's got a dozen stands on this property, and he pulls out his GPS and I just pick one. So I pick one, and he's like, Jeremy, when I send you into this stand, fucking just keep your head in a swivel. There's a creek bottom. There's a ridge. Flattens out behind me. There's bedding about 150 yards, 20 yards behind me. Sets me up in this stand. He says, dude, just keep your head in a swivel. They're going to be coming at you from all directions. And boy, oh boy, he wasn't lying.
Hell yeah.
So I set up in this stand, get up in my stand before sunup, and I had a buck chasing a doe. Probably around 5:30 before sunup.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, this is a good spot. And about an hour goes by, sun comes up, and there's a river bottom, the base of this ridge, and it was just like I-95 for deer, man. Just working that fucking creek bottom. I'm like, okay, here we go. So they're working the creek bottom.
Where are you sitting? And
I'm on the top of the ridge, looking down at the creek bottom.
Nice.
So I see him working this creek bottom like I-95, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm seeing deer. That's a good hunt.
Yeah.
Just seeing deer is a good hunt.
Morning, the thermal should be rising.
Yep.
You should be
Yeah.
golden.
So
Bottom's risky.
So I have two doe. Comes scurrying up the fucking ridge. Just right on each other, 4 or 5 feet apart. And I'm up in my stand. I get a doe, well, two does, come up within about 13, 15 yards. Pin set on 20. I know what I got to do. Fucking stand up, fucking turn around, fucking 13 yards, drop the doe.
Yeah, baby.
Hell yeah.
So I dropped her. She's fucking dead. Fucking 15 yards behind my stand. I see white flashing, legs kicking. Just double lung done.
Awesome.
So her friend just fucking hangs around. Ends up fucking working her way off. Passed me again. About 30 minutes
think
later.
about shooting
Thought
her?
about it.
What made you stop?
Small.
Oh,
Small
okay.
doe.
It was a yearling, man.
Yeah.
He's
young.
getting real picky in his old age.
I am.
Yeah, you know?
I am. But
Yeah,
I'm
I'm right there with you.
confident in my shot. So anyway, so I smoked her. Her fucking yearling goes running off. Ends up working her way back through. I let her walk back down the ridge towards the creek bottom. And a spike, a banged up spike came in and sniffed my fucking arrow. First time I ever saw that. Sniffed the fucking arrow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
But
do
it
that.
banged up. I'm not shooting him, letting him walk. And
Yeah.
when you're hunting other people's property, you think a little more.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, this guy, Joe, he manages fucking property. I mean, he's passing on fucking like 10, there's gorgeous fucking bucks. But you can when you have that kind of property.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got 100 acres to yourself.
Well, yeah, I could have killed 3 deer, but I let them walk, but felt good to get fucking blood on the arrow again.
Hell yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
snapped me
dude.
back into why I do it.
With a good shot,
Congratulations.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweet
Great shot.
That's-
It's always lovely when you walk into a deer and see air bubbles just
Oh, yeah, baby.
plotting out.
That's a hard-earned deer too. I mean, you
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
in you had a whole year last
Yeah.
year with
Nothing.
0 success. So,
Yeah.
I mean, like that. How did that feel, man?
Dude, when I saw that doe just plop over and you see white flashing, it's just like, this is why I do it.
The first kill with the Ventum.
Yeah, the Ventum.
Oh,
Slade.
yeah, that's
What'd you
right.
What'd you hit her with?
Broadhead?
Broadhead?
The G5 4-blade, which, by the way, wasn't shooting great outside of 20 yards, but the damage
Oh, I would imagine, yeah.
that 4-blade fixed blade did was, oh my god,
Impressive.
yeah, impressive.
Well, she piled up pretty quick too.
Quick, within 45 seconds, 60
Wow.
seconds,
Hell
done.
Yo, double lung.
Let the arrow right out.
Where'd you take her?
I went to Backwoods.
Yeah.
Backwoods deer processing.
He called me. I'm at
So,
work.
I was like, dude, I rolled the Bucklands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
they're
I was like, what
closed.
the? I was like, John, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they just closed that. He was like, dude, they just closed. And I
Yeah,
was like,
we don't
well, fuck.
know.
Yeah, but you still don't know why.
Yeah, but it felt good to let the air out of something. That's for sure.
Oh, dude, I'm pumped for you, man.
And I've been passing on a lot of deer too, like younger deer. Like
Yeah.
Elk Mills has been where I'm at. It's been a good spot. I pass on a lot of yearlings, a lot of young deer. Rogues, I let a spike walk.
Yeah. You crazy bastard.
I know,
I mean,
but
you're
I
a
don't know.
twisted son
I'm
of a
getting
bitch.
older.
You know.
Hey, I'm with you. I let a lot of shit I can't.
A spike,
Yeah.
like no.
Yeah, I'm with you. Dude,
Yeah.
I understand it.
I like to think that like at Rogues, like I see a spike, I'm not gonna shoot it. I like to think that other guys at Rogues are gonna think, fuck
Yeah. No, yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. I like to think that way, but anyway,
I get it, and it's every year everybody has their own evolution.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like what one guy will shoot his second or third year is not the same as another guy. You know what I mean, and a lot of that could be your needs as like for meat. You don't need that much meat. You're a single guy. You got no kids. Like so for you, you're looking at it as like I want a nice big doe. I don't feel the need to stack a bunch of them. Nope. Just a couple nice big ones.
I'll just get one more. Like the season, give me 1 or 2 more. I'm perfectly content.
Yeah. So what's the plan for tomorrow? Opening day of rifle, shotgun.
If it ain't a spike, it's down.
Yeah, buddy. I hope you get one tomorrow.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. If it's brown, it's down tomorrow, son.
You sound like me.
Yeah.
I am hurting. I need blood.
You got a spike walk by, you gonna shoot it?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you got a rifle buck tag, It's not like you still got another bow buck.
Yeah.
So.
If it's brown, it's down tomorrow. The fucking Mossberg, I'm gonna let her eat. And that's all there is to it. I'm sick of this shit. I got 2 deer on the goddamn ground. It's almost December.
This is your worst year ever.
It's my worst year since...
Other than the fact that you killed the biggest buck of your life. So it's your best year ever, too.
Yeah, and I hate saying it's my worst year ever.
It's not.
It's not. In the way of quality, it's my best year ever.
Yeah.
But I like killing critters.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
And you need meat in the freezer.
I do need meat in the freezer. I got a big buck. I got a lot of meat off of him. Shout out Kevin. Shout out Branny. But that little doe, she wasn't enough.
No, you need like 4 more, dude.
Yeah, I know.
But you could literally do that in the next 2 weeks.
Hopefully I kill 1 tomorrow in the morning
and 1 in the evening.
And 1 in the evening.
Yeah,
that'll really get my spirits just kicked up a couple rip'ems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shotty's on. The 30-ought's fucking ready to rock.
Yeah. Well.
So, and we put corn out at our spot on Port Deposit. What was that?
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Noon. Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Now, it rained. How do you feel about when you put corn out if it rains on it? You think it matters?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think it does either, but I don't like it either because... Like, when it's in a pile like that, I feel like it can get moldy.
Man. Depends on how hard they're hitting it. So, I think rain helps mineral. If you're dumping any kind of mineral down, when it saturates the soil, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But corn, probably not.
Yeah, I don't like it to rain on a pile.
We don't have a camera on it, but I guarantee you there was deer on that corn within 8 hours.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see deer on it.
Yeah.
Well... Another piece, so the acorn droppage we've been talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, they're hitting food piles, I feel, from my cameras, they're hitting food piles way harder without...
Kevin thinks differently.
Says the opposite. He said they're not hitting his corn hard at all.
Dude, so I dumped... I got it timed out perfect. So, I dumped corn out tonight. 24 hours, they're going to be on it.
Yeah.
So, Elk Mills, I'm hunting. Dude, they'll fucking hit that corn until it's gone. You won't see them for days until you put corn out again. 24 hours, you'll see them again. So I don't know, but I feel that that's a resource they don't have.
Yeah,
and they're browsing for food, and if they know there's going to be food there every couple days, they're going to fucking.
And especially with these cold temps coming, like if we got cool weather, they gotta eat.
They gotta eat.
So I think a lot of maybe why Kevin's feeders haven't been getting hit as hard is because it's been so warm. But as these temps lower, they're going to hit that corn, especially with the lack of acorns. I mean, and that's red oaks too, you know what I mean? Because this time of year, they're hitting red oaks, you know what I mean? But there's not a whole lot of acorns. This is a shit acorn year. So they should be tearing that corn up.
Should be.
That's what I'm observing. Dude, 24 hours, they are on it. And when it's gone, they're gone.
That 90 minutes is fucking delicious.
Be careful there, killer. It's a hand grenade.
What is this thing? 9% alcohol? Yeah. It's good. I forgot how good these were.
Yeah.
You got a weird palate.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
I'd throw up if I drank that.
That buck bourbon, I've been sprinkling in with my the mineral shit and with the corn. And I tried to find a fucking clear spot, and dump that fucking mineral lick down. Dude, they're fucking hitting that mineral shit hard. Molasses and fucking mineral that seeks down to the fucking. They're hitting it already.
Oh yeah.
Are they? Do they like dig into the ground on
Dig
that
into
shit?
it.
Yeah.
Dig into it. But I find that rain helps with mineral.
Fucking catnip for deer.
It'll drive it down in the soil, and they gotta have.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I feel they're hitting fucking bait piles harder.
You know, it might be different.
Region, because again, I'm in one part of the county. He's in another part. I don't.
And it's weird.
Well, like where I'm at, there's not much ag.
You're right next to an apple orchard.
It's the orchard, which they're down. They've been down for. Apples have been down for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're gonna burn through the apples. But I don't have corn. I don't have soy. I don't have any of that around there.
That's true.
So it's their food source is limited. In my area.
These fucking critters. These fucking critters.
Yeah. Hey, man. It's hard to tell sometimes.
It really is.
Do some strange things.
They fucking do.
I love it though. It's fucking rifle tomorrow, fellas.
Yeah. So what we're hoping for is they're stirred up. Is what we're hoping for.
Yeah, that's all.
Because the property's first thing I asked you, I was like, "Is it rifle only?" You're like, "Nah, dude, it's open fucking from opening day." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool if there was a rifle on the
Oh
property?
man.
Oof.
Well, they do the archery only. I mean, it'd be cool. But he was like, "Nah, dude, it's opening day on." I'm like, "Well,
Like, that would be tits if there was a property that was only open for the 2 weeks of rifle.
yeah."
That'd be a hell of a spot.
Shoo, you'd have every brother and their mother in there.
Oh yeah, but it would still be great.
We're probably gonna tomorrow even.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's nice about it. There's only allowed so many people in there.
Yeah. Now, rogues you can't rifle, right?
No.
What about
archery only?
What about the lighthouse area?
Nope.
So it's just Carter.
Only Carter.
And they do elk neck. There is a piece that they do disabled. They're like handicapped only, right?
Yeah, it's right before Rogues Harbor, right there on the left.
Well, you're handicapped. Why can't we hunt?
Yeah. John, go ahead. You got your handicap tag.
Let's go.
Gonna go hunting.
Drop the tailgate. Let her eat.
Yeah.
What's going on with that Bomar shit? Did you see they're suing that guy?
Oh God.
Yeah.
The Bomar. They were. Hold on. Let me make sure I understand.
Okay.
So they were being accused of poaching.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you fill me in the rest.
Well, apparently it was bullshit, and they got all charges were dropped.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What were they accusing them of?
That's good.
Spotlighting. What were they doing?
Baiting turkey.
But they
Turkey?
weren't, apparently.
Yeah.
A
No, they
bird
weren't.
Oh, okay.
Well, they might have been, but all charges were dropped.
for turkey.
For turkey, yeah.
I thought it was deer.
No, it was turkey. It might have been deer. I don't
No,
know.
it was turkey.
Yeah, turkey.
They're good.
It was turkey.
People are trying to fuck with them over turkey.
Yeah.
It was apparently it was part of the largest poaching sting in Nebraska.
How do you bait a turkey?
Corn?
They hit corn?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, dog.
Thought they were more like pecking.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Earthworms and shit.
they'll hit corn.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know all the charges were dropped. I just seen that dude who's got an Instagram page, Make Hunting Great Again.
I haven't seen that.
They sued him. They're suing him.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's for like defamation of character.
Thank God we didn't post anything, right?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Like,
401k gone.
yeah, dude.
It's already gone.
He's got like a fucking GoFundMe and shit. Like, they're,
no
like,
shit.
They're suing that motherfucker. Yeah,
Well, you know, hey.
yeah.
I still think that Bomar fuck uses a magnifying peep. Just saying.
He's a piece of shit.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Sue me, dude. Fuck you.
Fuck you, you magnifying peep, bitch.
Yeah, that whole truck thing. That's
bullshit.
yeah, that's it. Like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude's, but like that truck thing was just so.
Well, the controlled,
cringy,
the controlled
man.
burn.
Yes.
Yeah, like,
Get
come
out
on.
of here.
See, right? You've seen it too?
Oh yeah.
Bullshit, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Like,
Come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Speaking of social media, I hope Zach doesn't mind, but I shared his video with Nature is Metal.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Nice.
I told you to send it to Joe Rogan.
I did send it to Joe Rogan.
Did you send
Nature
it
is
to
Me-
Jeremy?
do you know
that
why
motherfucker don't read his
No,
messages?
but do you
no,
know
but you
why?
never know.
But do you know why Nature is Metal won't do it?
Well,
Because they're all natural. The coyote,
shot.
it was shot.
I don't
That's
know.
why I don't think
It's pretty fucking crazy.
It's crazy. And I told you my theory behind it. I don't know if you want me to share it. Did you guys give your opinion on it?
What?
Why
My
the
opinion-
coyote was eating its guts?
no, I think I think just it's natural reaction. Like he's got something hanging out the side of him, and he's
bloody.
just like.
So my thought process behind it was like the instinct for like blood and distress is so strong in it that it just couldn't resist.
Yeah, same thing. And I don't think your intestines have a feeling. I don't think there's
No, but it had to feel that on its fucking side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On its rib cage, like
I don't know. I feel like just the thirst for blood.
Yeah, that's what I
eat
think.
It's just more.
I think it was more of like
It smelled guts.
It just had to like like it had shit hanging out the side of it, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta get rid of this." Like, what, you know what I mean?
He chewed up and swallowed it.
Yeah,
I just think the smell of gut and like just.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's nastiness. I need to eat it.
It's one of the craziest. It's
I get
probably
that
the
way.
craziest.
I get that way sometimes.
I know.
It's probably the craziest video I've ever
It's insane.
seen.
It's insanity.
I mean, it's got almost 700 likes on our Instagram.
It should have more.
Yeah, it should. I wish the video quality was a little better, but
It's good enough.
It's good enough.
It was from Zach's
It's got
phone,
a pink mass dangling off the side of a coyote.
and he's just eating himself.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like remember that Goldfinger, Austin Powers.
Oh
Where
yeah.
he's like eating
It's
his
my
own
skin.
Yeah.
I can't resist.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I don't know. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen as far as like Nature's Metal video. They ought to feature that shit because it's fucking. It's wild.
But I don't think they will because of the shot.
I don't know.
It was
I
shot.
think they will. You're not going to see anything crazier than that.
No, like that's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I've shot a lot of animals and I've never seen that. I've never shot a coyote either though. So, but
Yeah.
I would like to, man. And
But did you hear the background noise in that video?
all the
Yeah.
coyotes?
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
It's not like a fucking.
It's like it was at a dog pound.
Yeah.
Well, it may have been dogs. So, because here's the background of that story. His neighbors have permission to run through like all these properties on horses, and they're running dogs on a fox hunt.
Oh.
So that was probably
That
dogs that
explains
you
it.
heard because
Okay.
they were fox hunting, and the process of them doing that, Zach's like, I love it when they fucking run through here because it'll jump deer towards me, fucking coyotes, all kinds of shit. But they're running dogs.
Gotcha.
They're on a fox hunt. Yep.
Yeah, because if you look at the very end of that video, you can see a whitetail bounding through the woods.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he's like, I got to figure out when they do these because it's like
Yeah.
a fucking drive right to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but crazy video.
I
Look
didn't-
that up.
I didn't know fox hunts were even like a big thing, and I said it was in PA because he's from PA, but that was in Maryland. He hunts in Maryland too. So
I said nature metal. I said it was in PA. God damn it.
my bad.
Well, the Fair Hill, the DuPonts used to own Fair Hill, and all those fences that go through there, they have this like T at the very top. That's so the foxes couldn't climb over because the DuPonts were all fox hunters.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I
No
did not
shit.
know that.
Good eating, fox.
I have no.
What do you do with a fox? Another pelt
I don't know.
is desirable.
The DuPonts, they were just rich.
They own fucking
They had
half our
nothing better
county.
to do.
That's it. Had a bunch of bagels and horses and just shot foxes.
Yeah.
Foxes.
Yeah. What an odd thing to. I mean, okay, but
You're not,
sure.
you're not pheasant hunting.
don't
You're
wanna
not doing any of that.
yeah.
You're hunting foxes.
You wouldn't want to stroke like a 14-1 buck?
Yeah. With all the property y'all fucking owned, that's what you could have
Little
been
Margaret
doing.
wants a fucking fox fur coat.
Yeah. Make a fucking fox G-string for it.
Fox.
Yeah. hey.
Strange.
All these fucking coyotes, you'd think that we'd be seeing less fox. And I have at Port.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of coyotes in there. It's almost every hunt I'm in there. I hear them now.
Wow.
Well,
I've got them on camera all the time.
We got to get in there.
yeah, we got
after-
to stir it up again.
We got to get in there after hunting season.
And
Just
try that
stroke
again.
them Things.
Yeah, we got to try that call again. See what
in the
happens.
woods.
Yeah.
Last time we tried in the field edge.
I don't think they like coming out in that field.
I don't blame them.
I wouldn't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get in the field. I wish I had fucking night vision.
Or sit on the field edge.
Well, we could do it at night, but we got to have a lot of spotlights.
Yeah. That's doable.
It's definitely doable.
Yeah, we could get Kevin to save like some carcasses and shit, you know?
Oofa, loofah, yeah.
Talk about ringing the dinner bell.
Yeah. Set out
Jesus.
just a pile of them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm not going to have any carcasses. I can't kill a goddamn deer.
Can't kill anything, so I don't have anything to bait them with. It would be cool. I'm all for it.
A night sit.
Hell yeah.
Hit that motherfucker with the out 6.
I'm taking the AR, dude. I'm gonna fucking let a clip in.
Oh yeah, cheap enough.
Yeah, it is cheaper. The rounds are cheaper.
Yes, they are.
Empty that whole fucking magazine.
I got $5 fucking ejecting out of my fucking rifle every goddamn time.
Yeah, dude. The 30-06 bullets over $1 a shot.
Make it count.
You said it was $50 for a case, so
Yeah,
over
box.
$2.
Yeah.
God damn.
I think the cheapest I seen was 42.
That's fucking outrageous.
Well, you know how to build an AR. An AR-15 sitting across from me. You should probably build one.
I'd rather have an AR-10.
What?
308.
I could build one of them too.
Bushmaster.
Fucking 308, dog.
No way.
Yeah.
Give me a 5.56 or a 2.23. She'll get it done.
2.234.
Get a 7.62.
Yeah, I could do that too.
Get a fucking 300 blackout.
Give me a 5.56 NATO. I'm just gonna rain down on fucking Coyote fucking port.
Yes, dude, I love that 5.56. It is a small round for deer, but it's great for shit like coyote.
Yeah.
Fucking empty fucking magazine of that fucking thing. I just love shooting it. It's
We're
fun
a
to shoot.
group.
And it doesn't kick at all. You can,
No, yeah, it's a plinker.
yeah.
The old plinker. Call it the plinker.
Like with wide, it is small for deer, but anything under 50 yards,
Yeah, bullet
it's good to
tumbles.
go.
It's gonna eat up
Lung 'em.
anything it hits.
Done.
Yeah,
I mean that button buck he shot last year, that thing didn't move.
just blow the shoulder out.
Yeah, I mean it did the job just fine. It put a pretty nice exit wound on it too.
Yeah, lung them. It's fine.
Yeah. I know it's suboptimal, and I wouldn't want to try to reach out with the thing, but
No.
under 100 yards, that it does the job.
100 yards in, it's gonna do what it's got to do.
Yeah. Yes.
For sure.
And crazy that those high end rounds that I put in it jam up.
Yeah, and you put the cheap rounds in today, and
And-
he fucking put like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, we put fucking 20, 30 rounds through it, zero issues.
Handguns will typically magnify your round quality too. I've run some high end stuff through my fucking handguns, and it's jammed up on me.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's wild, man, and it's not like I don't clean that fucking gun. I take the whole fucking thing apart and clean
Shoot, yeah, no, that's the best. That's another good Seth's pro tip for you.
it. Yeah, clean
Shoot-
your shit.
Yeah, clean your shit and shoot your ammo.
Yeah.
Don't just buy something and assume it's the top shelf. Oh, well, this is going to work great because it's the
Yeah.
most expensive.
And shoot whatever you shoot for target practice. Shoot that to hunt too, because that
Absolutely.
was my mistake. I'm shooting these cheap rounds for target because I don't want to shoot the good rounds, and then I took the good rounds out, and then I had issues. So it's like it sucks, but if you're gonna use good rounds, practice with good rounds, practice with the same rounds. Then it's probably a good idea to shoot before the day before rifle too. But the point is you at least know. You got to get out there and shoot, man. Like, because that rifle sits on the shelf. You went out, shot it last year, and who knows if you bang that scope around and
It's good. Yeah, I shot it last year. It's good.
Yeah, dude, you got to get out and shoot your shit.
It's the first year we've done it.
What's that?
Shot our shit before we're going out hunting.
I think I did it last year.
Well, me,
You
I'm
did
not.
it? I didn't.
I'm being the idiot this time.
Well,
It's a bead and a slug. I mean.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
well, yeah. You're shooting a smooth bore, so.
And I
it's a
feel like
little different.
with irons, you can get away with a little more.
Well, the last deer I shot out with that shotgun, it was an 8-pointer at Millington. Missed it clean. And now I know why.
Yeah. So it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Good thing you did get out and shoot it, because now you know, aim and tackle low. What's
Right
gonna
at the belly.
What's gonna be your range? What will you limit yourself to with
If
that?
I can see it, I'm shooting at it.
Really?
Yeah. Sick of this shit. I'm sick of it.
40 and in for me. I got my rangefinder
40?
too. Yeah.
Take your bow.
Yeah, Jesus
40 and
Christ.
in.
40. You better
40.
stretch out more than 40.
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna get out of this fucking
You might as
shotgun.
well fucking send it.
Find out.
Send it, dude.
It's semi. Yeah.
It's semi. Just fucking put a couple on them.
Yeah. good.
Yeah.
What
What are you allowed to have in a semi?
We're
Is
not
it-
gonna talk
we were
about
talking
that.
about
We're
this
not
earlier.
gonna talk about that.
Is it 4?
No,
It should be 4.
I
I think
thought
it's
it,
4.
Because one of the chamber.
I thought it was 2.
No,
No, it's not 2.
Are you?
It's
All
not two.
right.
It's absolutely not
It's
2.
4.
I think it's 4
Okay.
One in the chamber, and then 3 in the.
in the hole.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 8.
8. Yeah. Take the plug out.
Take
Fill
the
that
plug
fucking
out,
thing
dude.
up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So
Now,
it's
that's what I was wondering about the AR. Like, how many rounds I can have in that?
as many as the clip
10.
holds.
Is it 10?
10-round clip.
He's pulling
in
out of his
Maryland.
ass right now.
No.
Well, no. I know-
Maryland, it's 10.
I know in Maryland you can have a 10-round magazine. That's the most capacity you can have for legal, but for hunting, are you allowed to have 10? I think
It's gotta be.
I think it might be 4.
10.
Sure.
4?
I think it
Sure.
might
No,
be.
10. Sure.
Definitely take a
Absolutely,
look at
it's
your
10.
rules and regulations.
It's 10.
Yeah. We're just gonna take 4. Wink, wink.
Yeah. If you kill anything, 4.
Only put 4 in the mag.
Yeah, 4. Yeah. You know. Like,
You can reload. You can reload quick.
So I told Wyatt today, I said, if you can get 2 in them, get 2 in them. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
You did a good job at
Yeah.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's ready. He's
Double tap.
He's a cold-blooded killer, man. That boy. He's ready to rock. We all are.
You ain't kidding.
We're well over an hour, gents. We got to get up early. You got anything else,
Nothing.
Runske?
All good in the hood.
True.
It's good to have you back, sir.
Yes, sir. Had a great time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tuning in. And hopefully your rifle season is close. We know West Virginia's was just opened, and PA's is opening, same as ours. So fucking good luck to all y'all. Get out there, ice your whitetail.
Let freedom ring.
Let freedom ring, baby.
Orange Army, here we come.